I want to say hello to everybody. Thank you for joining my channel, at least taking a look anyway. My name is Donald J. Leske Sr. Married to a Filipina lady for 47 years. We like to travel. We've been all over the world, from Russia, Germany, Italy, Spain, France, Greece, North Africa, Thailand. We were in Bangkok last September. Singapore, Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. Love the food in Ho Chi Minh City. It's cleaner than I expected it to be. I didn't see any graffiti downtown. I didn't see any bums sleeping in the doorways. I was very impressed by Vietnam. So we've been on 26 cruises around the world. Been to Hawaii a few times and like that, but we've been all over the United States, RVing and visiting family and friends. But I think my favorite place of all time, the place I want to die when it comes time, hopefully 100 years from now, but the place I'd like to be buried and die, if they allow me, is the Philippines. So my wife and I are 65 years old. We're still strong. We got it going on. We love to travel. We got to go. We're planning another trip to the Philippines right now. We were just there in this past February. And I've got some other YouTube videos about that. I'm into scuba diving. My wife likes to snorkel. We have some crazy fun ladies. Two Filipino ladies. They're licensed tour guides, licensed by the government of the Philippines. And I actually built them a website. Now, I am a webmaster. I've built over 260 commercial websites. I write HTML, JavaScript, Perl scripting, all that. But that web design company wasn't making me enough money. Plus, I'm multitasking. For 30 years, I've been into real estate. My wife and I own 6 homes, and we manage 570 rentals. I have 11 employees. You can find us at bcirent.com. B like boy, C like cat, I like Indian. That's an acronym. It stands for Business Consultants International. So bcirent.com is where we're at. Anyway, you can find my tour guides, beautiful 30-something-year-old gals, 2 of them. You get them both for $65 a day, and they'll carry your bags, show you places nobody's seen before. They'll take you to places only the locals go. All that, and party until 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just, man, crazy. They made our vacations, the last couple we've had with them, double in value. So you can find them at www.b as in Beth, W as in Wilma, BW, and then hyphen travel guides. Now, I just built that website for them on the fly. Let me make sure. Hang on there. Yeah, it's hyphen travel guides. So anyway, I wasn't sure if I put the hyphen in there, but I did. So BW hyphen or dash travelguides.com. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling with my wife, more. I mean, we've done a lot already, a ton of traveling. I just never thought to put any of it on YouTube. But my mentor, I guess you could say, the YouTube channel I like the most, is funny, is Sunny Sullenbach, and it's in Thailand. You'll find him on YouTube under Sunny, SUNNY, Thailand. So anyway, so I decided, well, I'll start doing a few videos. I'm also a writer. I wrote a book. It's on Amazon.com right now. It's called Different and Exciting Ways to Make Money. It shows a guy holding 2 bags of money. and looking at it. Wow. So, and it's kind of a funny book, but it's all true. Every bit of it is different ways that I've made money throughout the years. These are things that anybody can do. I started off poor. Well, my family was poor. Let me put it that way. There were 7 kids in the family. Growing up, there was, I guess, 5. After I grew up, there was a couple more. But there's 5 of us sleeping in one bedroom. So I'm not going to go into that at this time. But at 10 years old, I was cutting grass and mowing lawns to bring a little money in on the weekend. I'm the oldest. My younger sisters may or may not, I don't think they'll remember that. But I'd bring $10 or $15 in on the weekend, and that'd give eggs and milk, you know, for the family. So I learned early on the value of taking care of family, and I kept my dad living with us till he was 84 plus years old before he passed away. The Philippines is one of the, it's not the only country, but it's one of the countries I like the best in terms of family values. The Filipinos are great people. They got a wonderful heritage for hundreds of years. It's a mix of cultures, yes. So is the United States, many countries. Those countries with a mix of culture tend to have the best out of all cultures, and they absorb the best. So the Filipinos are very much on top of that. They were under Spanish Inquisition for, I don't know, 300 or 400 years, something like that. And so there's a lot of Spanish mixed into their culture. The Spanish say, "Como está?" How are you? And the Filipinos say, "Kumusta?" So "Kumusta" or "Kumusta kayo," the Spanish say, "Como está?" And so when the Spanish say, "Muy bien," or "Muy bien, gracias," the Tagalogs, Filipinos will say, "Mabuti." So "Muy bien" and "Mabuti." Pero, but, you know, pero, my dog is brown. But my dog is brown, right? Pero. So, but, there's a lot of words in Spanish mixed into their language. Now, getting away from that. We were in Boracay. Boracay. Oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. I am going to go back to Boracay. I just have to see a few more places. In Boracay, I got to dive with the whale sharks, and we saw sea turtles there. It was just wonderful. The guy I dove with was German, but he was born in the Philippines, so very much Filipino. And we had a wonderful time in Boracay. Then at nighttime, that's the place. Man, I got in a hurry just before we left. I slipped on a marble floor in the hotel room, slipped and fell, and I grabbed myself on one arm instead of 2 arms, and I don't know if I dislocated my shoulder or what I did, but anyway, I was in pretty good pain for a while. But anyway, that was another toward the end of the trip. In Boracay, these crazy girls, Beth and Wilma, she goes by Will. So Beth and Will had us out at a bar on a side street. It was pretty busy though. Man, let me tell you, brother, if you're a single guy and you like Filipino girls like I do, man, you ain't got no business sitting down on your butt. You need to get to Boracay, or Boracay, however they pronounce it. We went in this bar and we had a couple drinks, you know, but it was very friendly, very lively, a lot of dancing, a lot of crazy music going on. It was just great. They had food there. Man, they had some food, some cooks putting out some stuff. But there was a whole line of girls coming from the front door in toward the dance floor. And these girls were just fine looking girls. And my wife was with me, of course, you know, so I'm not, I'm not going there, but I can see, I'm not blind, right? And so I like to look at pretty things, beautiful flowers, pretty women, whatever. man, these girls look good. So we were going, and we passed them on by, and the girls with us said, well, you know, some of those are lady boys. I said, oh, bullshit, man. There ain't a boy in that group. No, 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 they are. Well, earlier in the evening, about 10, 11 o'clock, on the boardwalk by the beach, we had the pleasure, I guess you could say, of seeing a lot of live entertainment. And one of these entertainment booths they have was these girls with fire. They had, they were, I don't know, they were like acrobatic, the pieces of rope with fire on the end or something. Anyway, they're slinging around, doing some crazy stuff. It looked pretty good. Music was going. They were looking fine, fine looking girl. Long hair, beautiful. And I guess from what the girls would tell me, 2 out of 4 of those girls are lady boys. So, you know, I called them over to the table when they were done. I gave them a nice tip. I said, man, you guys are hot. I mean, that's all I had to say about that. You guys are looking good. So they're very friendly, not pushy, not, you know, trying to do anything to hurt anybody. They're just very down-to-earth, friendly people. The lady boys I could see being friends with because they're nice. They're nice people. But anyway, we had some crazy times late into the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I don't know when we left, something like that. We closed the bar. But, you know, I'm 65 years old, man. I ain't got no business doing that shit, right? But, you know what the Filipinos say? Baka hindi. The Spanish say, por qué no? So why not? Baka hindi. Why not? I'm going to keep doing what I can do as long as I can do it, as long as I'm living. So if I can climb the highest mountain and dive the deepest sea, and I can still, you know, do what I need to do as a man, I'm gonna do it. So, but we love to travel, and I like to travel with other people, but I don't know. We tend to make friends in other countries more than we do in the United States. In the United States, let me tell you, we got jobs, we got money. Yeah, for those who want to work, there's jobs here, and there's money. But I've seen Filipinos that moved to the United States, and they were so sweet, so nice. After living in the United States for a while, like I'd say 4 or 5 years, not the first couple of years, they're still pretty innocent, you know, but after about 5 years, they start getting hard, and a little hard, and you know, not as friendly, half as friendly as they used to be. The United States is all about money. Money first, everything else second. But I believe, now you might argue, you can argue with me, but I believe in the Philippines, it's family first, not money. Family comes first. They go out and make money in other countries, but it's so they can take care of their family. In the United States, they don't care about family. Some do. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't send me hate mail. Some families in the United States are wonderful, but it's a trend in the United States to put old folks in the home, right? Old folks home, a retirement center. You take the old folks and you put them over there. I know of people with children living in the same town that have been in a rest home or retirement home, and the children are helping to pay for that. They've been there 10 years, and their kids never came to see them. What kind of what fuck, man? What the fuck, man? What the hell is wrong with people? There's a breakdown in America of family values. Now I'll tell you, that's a goddamn fact. Excuse my French, or it may be German. I don't know what it is, but the sheets, man, los los. Why do people do that? I don't know. But there's no way that I'm going to change America and the way Americans are. The smart Filipinos come here, get a retirement, Social Security, whatever, get enough money to live on back home. They go home and they have enough money coming in to live quite well. Now I found that I can rent a 3-bedroom house for anywhere from $150 to $350 a month. If you want a really nice house near the beach with an ocean view, maybe 3 bedrooms, it might cost you $400 or $500 a month. One of the interesting things about the Philippines, I'm going to go on about the Philippines a little bit because we're making arrangements to travel back there again. I like to prepare myself. I like to get my mind in gear for the Philippines. I practice the Tagalog, whatever I can learn. Now, the Filipinos speak English quite well, everywhere you go. I think English is the #1 spoken language over there anyway. I can speak about crime in the Philippines. Yes, there's some, and I can speak about prostitution. Yeah, there's some of that. You know, but it's reality. But I'd like to speak about the things that promote love, joy, peace, long-suffering, goodness, kindness, mildness, self-control. Those are the things that the Bible talks about as fruitages of the Spirit. Fruitages of the Spirit. And that's what I like to promote. I studied to be a minister for many years. I haven't been back to a church in 7 or 8 years now. I got burnt out. The Akoi Siksini Jehovah and Akoi Siksini Jehovah means I was Jehovah's Witness. My mother was a Southern Baptist, I mean hellfire and damnation. Just really charismatic. And my dad was a Catholic. During World War II, he kissed the ring of the Pope and had the Pope's blessing on his marriage to an Italian girl. So my dad's first wife was Italian. They had 2 kids, brought her over here. She sent all the money to Italy. They fought all the time about it. Got a divorce, whatever. Things happen. But the Philippines, see, the Philippines, the government and the Philippine way of life, they don't allow divorce. It's very Catholic. And I can respect that. People get around it in some ways, I suppose. But in general, it's a very family-oriented country. And I have to say, Mabuhay Republic ng Filipinas. Long live the Republic of the Philippines. I'd love to be a Filipino. I wouldn't want to give up my American citizenship or rights. I've worked many years, and I probably have about, if I was to retire today, I'd probably have about $1,800 a month coming in for Social Security. I'm not retired. My wife and I own a real estate brokerage, and we specialize in rental properties. So we have 11 employees, and we have 6 company vehicles, 4 cars and 2 vans. We have a couple of Filipinos working for us. One of our ladies, Janet, just started, and she's got a green card from the Philippines, and she's in our accounting department. And she's very nice to talk to, and her husband is a wonderful guy. They got a daughter, and they're just beautiful family. Makes you feel closer to the Philippines, so I love that. We also hired another Filipino, a guy, and he's a maintenance guy. He's also got a green card. He's been here about 6 years, but he can do painting and cleaning and repair work, plumbing, a little electrical stuff that maintenance-wise that we need in a property management company. So I'm so happy to have the guy here. We can trust these Filipinos, and actually my whole team is pretty good, but glad to have them on board. Anyway, we were talking about renting homes. So for $300 or $400 a month, you can get a pretty good place. A lot of these places will have air conditioning. You want that if you can get it. And I think just about every Filipino that can afford it has a maid. It's a very common thing in the Philippines to have an extra bedroom just for the maid. And sometimes it's smaller. Sometimes it's the same as the rest of the bedrooms, but generally it's a little bit smaller. And so the deal is, from what I understand, now you can put comments at the bottom of this here and correct me if I'm wrong, but generally you can hire a maid for about $250 a month as long as you provide room and board. So they get a room, and they can eat the same food the family eats. They oftentimes eat with the family. They'll do the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry. They'll do everything that your wife would normally do. If you have a wife or not, you can still have a maid. And that's pretty cheap. Excuse me, sorry. We were in Barcelona a couple years ago, and I got this mug. I don't know if you can see it. It says El Toro, and on the inside of the mug it says Barcelona. Man, I love this mug. Have me some coffee, midday coffee. So, sorry, I got off topic there for a minute. I'm very flighty at times. I don't know why. But I'm loving life, and I'm loving my wife so much. We've been married 47 years. Let me tell you, this Filipino wife of mine, she is cute as hell. And 65 years old. What the hell? What the hell? I think Filipinos don't look old till they get about 80. When they're 75, 80, then they start, looking older. But oh my God, when I met her, she had really long hair all the way down to her butt, right? Long black hair. And I saw her in church. I was visiting her church congregation in Vallejo, California, and I was from Napa. I graduated from Napa High School. She graduated from Vallejo High School in the Bay Area. And about 10 miles away, so I went to visit that congregation. I didn't like any of the girls in our congregation, and I was looking for a date. I was 16. I had a job at a gas station, so I had a job, I had a car. My dad wouldn't he wouldn't let me drive the car unless I had insurance, so I had insurance. And I paid for I bought my own car. My dad helped me find a 55 Chevy two-door. Can you believe that? Now this is no bull. I got that car for $35 and drove it home. Okay, so this was 1966. All right, and I wish I had it today. Today it'd be worth about $25,000. So anyway, I saw her in the congregation, and she's sitting right up ahead of me, in front of me. And there's some other girls there too, and I took due notice anyway. I met her after the service was over, and everybody's milling around. Hi, honey. Why are you being so quiet and sneaking up on me for?
I didn't want to disturb.
You scared me. I almost spilled my coffee.
You didn't hear my...
No, I didn't hear. No, I'm hard of hearing. You want to come here and say hello to the camera? At least hi. I was telling everybody how cute you are. My wife's coming in from yoga or something. Yoga or
Zumba.
No, Zumba.
Who are we talking to?
I'm making a video. I'm not talking to anybody. Who am I talking to? Okay. Anyway, and she cute. That's my sweetie. So we've been married a long time, and my wife's obviously taking care of herself. I need to lose about 50 pounds. I lost 50 pounds about 2 years ago on a self-imposed diet. I was 320 pounds. Can you believe that shit, man? That's fucked up. Anyway, what I did is I gave up all candy, all the sweets. I actually threw bags of candy in the garbage can. I love chocolate. Right now I cheat once in a while. I just had a small Hershey bar a couple days ago, but I haven't had any for a long time. I don't drink sweets. I gave up all the Pepsi. I love to have 2 Pepsis a day, but I just stopped. So I guess I'm down to about 285, but I really need to lose another 50 pounds. So
let's go for a jog.
A jog?
Go for a walk.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So anyway. All right. Well, go ahead.
Hi.
So, anyway. Ay nako. Okay. Ibikita. Okay. So, met her in church. So you can see her hair is short right now. It's all right. It's a little pixie look. She's cute, but oh my goodness, that long hair was just. I guess what started me liking girls that are island girls My mom and dad took me to a movie when I was 14. Mutiny on the Bounty with, oh man, I almost said Charlton Heston. It's not James Dean. Oh, what's that idiot's name? Anyway, he had a daughter named Cheyenne, and I think she committed suicide, and his son was Christian. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando. Okay, I know you knew it, and you're trying to tell me. I got it. I felt the vibes. Anyway, Mutiny on the Bounty, and so you know, this is in the 1800s, early 1800s or whatever. So they jumped off on this island, met these beautiful Polynesian girls, and he fell in love with this one. And when it came time to go, the shipmates, everybody wanted to take control of the ship and turn around and go back to these girls because their master, the commander of the ship, had been pretty cruel and mean to them. So they did that. They took control of the ship. They put the captain and those that wanted to stick with the captain in a long boat, a little boat, and some food and water, and sent them on their way. They went back and got their women and took their women to a remote island that wasn't on the charts. And they lived a beautiful life and lived happily ever after. So whatever. But after that movie, you know, I saw the hula girls and all this stuff, you know, and I'm going, right? You got it, right? I'm 14. So anyway, when I was 16 and saw the first Polynesian girl I've ever seen in my life, or island girl, was Emily. And Emiliana, but she goes by Emily. And I went, oh. So this is great. But anyway, and I was talking to some other girls. There's a couple girls there I kind of liked. The last name was Tally. I liked her, but and I did write letters back and forth. Now back in those days, we didn't have no computers, so we would write letters. And I got a few letters back and forth to about, I don't know, 4 or 5 different girls. But Emily was the only one I was really interested in. I kept writing often to. And her letters were sent to Jerry Birch, her friend, because her dad is Ilocano. And he's from Ilocos Norte. That's Marcos country. Man, those Ilocanos, they got a bolo, man. They got a bolo. It's like a machete. Man, they go chop some shit up, man. They you know, if they get mad. So, and I was kind of afraid of her dad, you know. So we did that, and then Jerry Birch would give her the envelope when she went to church, right? The letter. So each of us filled up a whole shoebox full of these love letters, and she put SWAK on the back of her letter. SWAK, sealed with a kiss. Man, I was so crazy for this girl. I had never dated anybody else before. I'd never had sex with a woman or a girl, nobody, or a man, nobody. And I didn't have sex with her until we got married. We got married at 18. So, but we came real close to that. We did a lot of playing around, but we didn't cross that barrier at that time. So her dad wouldn't condone us getting married. He just wasn't going for it. So he wanted her to marry a Filipino. And so we went to her uncle, and her uncle was a higher rank in the American military. Her dad is in the American Navy, but her uncle Tino was higher rank. So we went and talked to her uncle, and her uncle went and talked to her dad and said, "Man, you can't do this. You got to, you know, you moved to the United States. You can't expect your kids to not fall in love." And so she's got 4 brothers, and all of them are in the United States. He had brought the whole family over here. So out of respect for this uncle of hers, her dad gave in and decided, okay, we'll do this. So they put on a big reception. We had a wedding in the church. It was really nice. But I think I've rambled on long enough for this video. It looks like it's been 30 minutes already. I might cut it up into a couple segments. And but there's a lot to go over. That's just a brief history. We got 3 kids. Tatlo nako, dalawa lalaki, isa babae. We have 2 boys and 1 girl. They're all married. They all got kids. We have 8 grandkids and 2 great-grandsons. Oh, man. Ah, booyah. So, avast there, matey. Belay that there. I guess it's just in the genes. My grandkids like it when I act like a pirate. So, shiver me timbers. Arr, so, anyway, I'll close for now. God bless everybody. I wish nothing but the best prosperity and health to everybody. Take care. I'll make another video real soon, okay? And we'll just chop this one up, I think. God bless.